When you come to the National Hart Par Oliver Collectors Association Summer Show and you're looking for the tallest tractor, you might talk to Al Engelman from Minnesota, because you got maybe the tallest tractor at this show, Al.
I probably do. I think there might be one other 1650 high crop here, possibly, that I saw, but there's very few of them here. Yep.
Yeah. So tell us about this tractor.
I've owned this tractor since 2014. I bought it from a friend about 40 miles from my place, and he owned it for about 10 years, didn't do anything with it, just admired it. And he bought it from a family in southwestern Minnesota, and they were the original owners of it. And as far as I know, it was sold to them brand new.
Wow.
Probably maybe the only high crop sold new in Minnesota, I'm thinking. But we don't know for sure, but that's what we think. So.
I can see it's a Super 88 diesel, but what year did this tractor come out?
This is a 57. Super started in 54, I guess. So this is a later model with the red wheels and different battery box cover and key start and all that stuff. So, yeah.
And what do you think Oliver was thinking when they created these high clearance tractors? Of course, other companies had some too, but when they were selling high clearance tractors, what was the goal?
I guess for working in the taller crops, as the crops grew taller, I think most of them ended up down in the southeast, and maybe some out in California, vegetables and things like that. Mainly, I think they were used for that, probably, for those kind of crops, you know, down in sugarcane area, maybe down in Louisiana and things. I know that's where a lot of them ended up at.
And yet they're still pretty rare as well, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, there's very few of them around. Yep.
So that makes them pretty highly collectible.
Yes, it does. Yep. Yeah, I'm proud to have it. It's my favorite tractor, no doubt. Yep. A lot of fun. I like sitting up high. So
what are some of the things they did to the Super 88 to make it a high clearance machine?
Well, on the rear axle, they put these drop boxes in. There's like a big roller chain drive in there to lower your wheel axle down. And on the front end, they just put longer spindles in to make them stand taller and reinforced them a little bit to make them strong enough to withstand that. And that's about the only main difference, I guess.
How is it to get on and off?
It's a little taller, a little higher to get up there. I made some extra steps on this one just to make it a little easier. There, you know, that wasn't original, but it just makes it a little nicer for getting on and off. So. They're kind of tall that way, so it's a little hard to crawl up there.
Especially when we get a little older.
Exactly, huh? Yep. That's how it is. As you get older, it's harder to move around. So.
And what's the view like when you're up there driving a tractor like this?
Nice. I like it. Sit up high, you can see more, and it's interesting, you know. It's kind of fun sitting up there, so, yeah.
And you bring a tractor like this to the summer show of the Oliver Collectors, what do folks say?
There's a lot of people looking at it, and they like it, you know. It's interesting because they don't see many of them, so very interesting tractor.
So the Super Series, when Oliver came out with that, and of course this is a Super 88 diesel version, what do you think were some of the good features that they had in those tractors?
Probably, I think fuel economy was one of them. Powerful, smooth running, 6-cylinder engine, easy steering, nice to drive, good ride tractor, had a good riding seat, and those things, I guess, mainly.
A lot of comfort for the driver too,
yes.
Right?
Yep.
All the controls are kind of right where you want them?
Right, no doubt, yeah. Very easy to drive as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
So for you, I can't help but notice as I walk around the show that there are a lot of tractors that have you and your late brother's name on it.
Yep.
What is it about Oliver that made you guys decide that this is the kind of tractor you want to collect?
We were born and raised with Oliver. My dad had Olivers years ago on the farm, and my dad passed away at an early age. And then we were probably out of farming for a number of years, but then my mother got us started back in farming right out of high school, and we started back out with Oliver tractors again. And I always liked the Olivers. I had 5 uncles, and they all had Oliver tractors, and just always liked Olivers, I guess. Yep.
And you have a big lineup of Olivers here at the show.
Yes, too many. It's a lot of work, but we brought quite a few to the show. But it was close enough to home, so we felt we had to do it. You know, as long as you have them, you might as well show them. Otherwise, they just sit there. You know, it's nice to show them. So, yeah.
You think it's important to kind of hold on to this farming history, but for you, it's also family history.
Right. Yeah. It's important to me. I mean, the family enjoys it, and that's what I'm really happy about. That the younger generation is taking hold, and they want to keep it going, and that means a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting that way.
So parade these Olivers, show them, and let people see a glimpse of the past.
Yep, that's about right. Yep.
All right. Well, Al, thanks so much for sharing the story of your Oliver Super 88, the high clearance version.
Okay, well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to put on this show for you guys. So.
All right, thanks,
Okay.
Al.
Yep, thanks.
Al Engelman, he's got a whole family here with Oliver tractors throughout the showgrounds, and they are some of the finest looking restored tractors you'll ever see. Hey, thanks for catching Classic Tractor Fever. If you'd like to see more Oliver tractors, be sure to check out these other great stories. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep our Oliver tractor stories rolling.